Good morning, Geekdom. It is me, the Artisan MC, running LATE to the JOB. So, like, share, subscribe, support the show if you feel so inclined, and I'm going to move at a moderate rate of speed to travel the 15 minutes. And hopefully, there's not a line at the gate. Um, yeah, it's my last work day in New Mexico today. And as you can see, the sun is shining. Sun is shining. It's kind of briskly cold in in and I thought about it. All these days I was driving to work every morning. I have a 15-minute drive or so every morning. I only recorded one because I was enjoying the drive. I was enjoying the damn drive because the weird thing is, coming from California, the highway here is like 45, 55. And everybody actually follows that shit. It's weird as fuck. Like the road I'm getting on right now is 55. These people will go 55. No bullshit. They will go 55. Even though everything is flat, it's one road. There's not like a highway patrol hiding behind a bush or something because there is no bushes on the side of the road. You can see there's no cops around. These people are still going 55 miles an hour. Like, holy shit. How do you do that? What's up, Rosie? Malika? Rosie said grand rising. It was a grand rising. Then I had to get my ass out of bed. Malika said, what's up? Peace, family. Peace to you, Malika. Hopefully you're not still snowed in there in the Philly. But yeah, so I've caught myself a few times leaving work and going, doing like 75 and a 55. Like, oh shit. I'm on California cruise control. Like, oh, 75. This is just what we do. Like, oh, shit, I'm way over the speed limit. Let me slow the fuck down. I get me one of these New Mexico speeding tickets and have to tell the judge I can't make it back. Can we do an audio call? Find the ticket. Yeah, Mike, it's been pretty cool. It's been pretty cool. And doing all these inspections that I'm doing, I can tell you this: what I appreciate about this spot, everybody's houses have been immaculately clean. The people with dirt stand out, and it's like 3 within 2 weeks. I'm like, this is crazy. I feel bad going in the house. I'm doing, smoke detector stuff like that inspection. So in some cases, I may have to take out one nest there, put in a new one, right? Well, the paint on the ceiling is stuck to the bottom of the smoke detector base because they paint the wall or they paint the ceiling and then they put the base in or they paint it around the base, right? So it was still wet when it went in. So some of that paint and drywall is breaking off and falling on the ground. That's a mess in these people's house. Even though it's just little particles and little pieces of shit, you can see it because the house is so fucking clean. I'm like, damn, do people live in these? Or are they show homes? That's what they look like. They look like fucking show houses. Every day. Mind you, give you 2 things. There are children in this house. There are. And they have a stay-at-home mom. Middle of the day, I'm coming through. There's a woman fitting in shape. and kids in the house. Some of them homeschool. I'm like, God damn. That's why you got all these goddamn babies. Because Poppy come home, see the house is all clean, the kids is well behaved and stuff like that. Their rooms is clean. Oh yeah, you get banged out that night. You want another one of those. Keep you feeling comfy. Nest is feathered. Oh my God. The houses are clean to the sense that you feel bad coming in there. Doing a little bit of stuff that you're doing. You feel bad. Like shit, I'm dirtying this house up. Let me put on my fucking plastic booties and stop breathing heavy in this bitch. I appreciate that. Especially in a sense that the company I work for owns this house. It's not their house. Right? So it's a beautiful 2-story, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath spread, right? I can't give you the square footage because the square footage shit never actually makes sense to me. It's like, oh, it's 40,000 square foot. Like you have a picture in your head of what 40,000 square foot could be. Come on, man. It doesn't even make sense to me. And I'm a carpenter. It still doesn't make any goddamn sense to me to say how big a house is. Was such and such square foot? Was that up and down, or is that side by side, or did you dig down? What? Math makes sense. Anyway, point being is that these people's houses have been cleaned, and I've had a pleasant experience doing all this because I've only ran into maybe one person. I shouldn't say this now. I should say it after I get on the plane. But I've only ran into one person that seemed like they might be racist. Might be. Maybe that's just my Bay Area sense is kicking up. But I think the feeling that I've had here, being around people here, hanging out, going to the little local spots, shoot pool and stuff like that, and eat. Folks here just seem like they're pretty calm and they talk. They're not amazed by you because you showed up around. Like, oh my God, I didn't know you existed in the world. There's none of that shit. It is a non-issue. I walked into this bar. This dude ain't know me from nowhere. We were talking about food, just chopping it up with the bartender a little bit. And this white dude was sitting there giving me restaurant recommendations and shit like that to get some good Mexican food. Like, the fuck? Now, he is local. He looks like he is a local. And the California brain in me could say that motherfucker's trying to set you up to get you to go to some out of the way ass spot. To get some shit done to you. Bro, go have some good food. We got some good food. Why don't you have some? And I was telling them my story about eating in fucking Applebee's and Chili's, which has been the worst fucking Applebee's and Chili's I've ever fucking had. Unbelievably bad. That I have been at hole in the wall since then. I found a spot that makes me some good food, and I keep going back there. I have riding shotgun in the seat next to me right now, a pulled pork sandwich from that place that I got yesterday. That motherfucker was so smacking. I ate half of it and saved the rest. It's like, you know what? Get back to my hotel room with you, girl. It's gonna be me and you and this barbecue sauce. We got to get it in. They end up being busy, but today, oh, this is lunch today. If it's not lunch today, it will be warmed up before I go out on my work orders, and I will be eating this bitch during the day. It is delicioso. Oh, look, an asshole from Texas in a Tesla speeding by me to get in front of me to see the same car I was looking at. That's going slow, you dumb fuck. Like it was me. It's a 1-lane road, you dumb fuck. Where do you think you're going? Oh my God. He doing some reckless shit. And now he's sitting in front of the other car. He is such an idiot. What a fucking idiot. I'm going to go into the other lane and go around you because you're going too goddamn slow. And the car in front of them says something different too. You don't have to keep leapfrogging, bro. California, this is what get people to have head-on collisions on Highway 12. Doing dumb shit like that when it's not safe. So, see, I spoke too soon. This is the first driving asshole I've seen. The whole time, the 2 weeks I've been here, this is the first driving asshole I've seen. He's not even from this fucking state. Dumbass. Like, there's no rush to get anywhere here. I mean, people are moving, but it's not like there's any traffic. It's just an open road. So for the most part, let's get to where you gotta get to. Shit, I'm running late too, but damn, it's brisk and sunny. Why the fuck am I ran racer in this bitch? This is fucking stupid, dude. Late for his funeral, I guess. And he going to the same place. This is the thing about being in small towns with one major industry. Everybody's going to the same place, dummy. What are you doing? What are you doing? We're all going to the same place. Idiot. All that speed to still end up queued right in front of two cars that you just couldn't wait to speed around. Fucking moron, dude. Apparently, we keep making more of these types of people. Doesn't make any sense. So, I'm about to hit this gate real quick, but I had two things I wanted to mention that I was watching this morning. One of them, when my YouTube crushes came to California, I wasn't there, so fuck you. But they're listening to their experience in California was kind of entertaining. It was kind of funny. It's kind of funny. Because Hollywood is expensive. It is bougie as fuck. 1 second, you guys. I need to do this part. So, one of the things that I was thinking about and I watched earlier this week was a Double Toasted was talking about it. They were talking about the BAFTA Awards with the dude with Tourette's yelling out on nigger and bitch while Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo was up there. And I haven't listened to much of the controversy because I've been too busy actually fucking working. But I know a couple of celebrities came out and was pissed off. And some people was like, oh, it was half sympathy for this dude and all the rest of this shit. And I'm like, bullshit. Bullshit. I understand it's a thing. It is. But like all your disabilities, you're gonna have to get control of that shit a little bit. You are. If I had a disability where I, slap the hell out of people, and it could be proven that it was a disability, the fact that I just sat next to some woman and slapped the shit out of her would not go very well. You wouldn't, because people would expect me to do something to maintain that shit. Now, I found it interesting that because of that video, that algorithm on YouTube brought back up my video or my short about why I thought Sinners would get snubbed by the Academy and Awards and stuff like that. It would get snubbed. Mostly because white folks want to have an issue with language. And not so much that they give a damn about black folks calling each other niggas or anything like that. They don't. The problem would be is that they had a nice looking white woman, Haley Seinfeld, who actually happens to be, a little bit of mix, in there talking about saying stuff to a black man about dicking and fucking and stuff. That's the part they have a problem. That's the part that kind of turned their stomach. Not the fact that they saw, black folks, getting it down and dirty in the Hooju woman hood. No, not that at all. It's the white girl cursing and talking about how she was in love with that black dude. That's the part that they have a problem. And that's why that movie will get snubbed. That was the best movie of last year. Next to Weapons, next to Magazine Dreams, because I ain't forgotten. That was the best movie last year. And they will shit on it to not give it any awards. And I'm not saying it's the best movie because of the money that it made. It's the best movie by what was put on screen. And no, I don't have to see a Leonardo DiCaprio movie to understand that because it had all those progressive stars in it, that people was going to be kissing his ass. Even though I think the premise of it seemed interesting, but it sounds dumb as fuck. Because they mix in black folks and Latinos and feminism and all that shit together in a revolution. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And they put Leo in front of it. Because that's always like Oscar bait, right? Name a time when it wasn't. So that little thing, I'll talk about it on Sunday, more of my views, but the short version of it is I don't believe that motherfucker. That dude did shit on purpose. He did. And it's not surprising. It was over in Britain or something like that? So what happened with the Tourette's guy movie? Was him doing that with like a reverse Will Smith? That he was slapped him in the face with some words that they can't react to? Instead of, getting up from the audience and just slapping the shit out of them? Would that be? Because that's all it seems like to me. It was a staged event to promote your own movie. At a time where, everybody would be paying attention. Fucking idiots. Anyway, I'm here. It's time for me to actually get in. I see my regional vice president and my regional manager having a private conversation out away from everybody. I will give y'all a little secret. I got that promotion. So now the discussion is about how I can continue to make good money. Because they already raised it but I'm trying to make sure I stay up in that 6-figure range I've been for the last couple of years. And I don't want to lose that. So I made a proposal to keep myself in that area, and I'm trying to sell it to them, and they're talking about it. So I want to see if they go for it. Probably won't make the people at my regular spot happy, but I didn't take a job to make them fucking happy. I took a job to get paid, and that's what I plan to be doing. Thank you, Malika and Rosie. Appreciate you for that. Oh, I still got. Look, I made it on time. I got 15 minutes. I got 10 minutes to go. So yeah, I did get it, but it's supposed to be like under wraps, not saying anything right now. But it's been done since Wednesday. But it told me early. Said, don't say anything. Your FD got to call you. I'm like, okay. And then the FD finally called me Wednesday. And then I signed the offer letter Wednesday and sent it back. And so yesterday, when I came in Wednesday, I had the idea. And then Thursday, I pitched it to them. Yesterday, I pitched it to them. They were busy as shit Wednesday getting finished with this project. So this last 2 days has just been regular work order stuff. So this is the day before we leave. We fly out tomorrow. And then I go back to my base. And then I don't know when, but I will have 2 weeks at another base for training. So everybody is excited for me to take this position. But right after here's the funny thing. Right after they said that I got it, I started feeling like a contractor. Right? And I started thinking, if I got it, I asked for too little money. And I was hearing Kevin Samuels in my head, know your worth. And I remember sitting my ass on the toilet in the hotel thinking, I don't know my worth. I really think I don't know my worth. That's what was coming to me, that I don't think I know my worth. I think I settled for cheap. Right? And so this is how I came up with the proposal to offset that, possibly that I was the lowest bidder. Because if you've ever done contracting work, you understand the bidding process, right? Everybody looks at a job, 5 guys look at a job and say how they figure out how they would get it done and how much it would cost to get it done. And they put in a bid to the person who wants the work done. Everybody has a bid, 50,000, 20,000, 30,000, 45. The person who gets it is usually the lowest bidder, right? Now, if all your bids were close, like everybody was between 50 and say 40,000, you having a lower bid might be on the lower end of the scale, but it means, and I've learned this from a general contractor, when you win the bid, the first thing you think of is, what did I miss? Because you won the bid because you were the lowest bidder. So it begs the question, what did you forget that the other people remembered? And that's why their bid was higher. That's how I was thinking about this shit. I was feeling like I was the lowest bidder. Why was I the lowest bidder? I must have asked for too much. Because they did it. So I should have asked for more. And black men, I think, and maybe I'm saying this and throwing all of y'all together in this just to cover my own ass, we're bad about that shit. White dudes that negotiate a job, they don't even have a job. They coming on to a brand new job. They sitting in the damn interview and they already trying to talk up another $10. They did the job one day. It don't fucking matter. They're asking for more money right in the door. And they'll get it or close to it. Black folks, no, I'm just happy to be here. I'll start at the bottom and work my way up and not realizing maybe you work your way up for 5 years the same way that dude worked there for 5 years. But you were taking less money. You were getting paid less money for that same amount of time that he was in the door knowing nothing. You shorted yourself. So that's what I was looking at it as. Like, I asked for too much. And I tried to figure out a way to correct that shit really quickly. My proposal was a way to correct that shit, to keep me at the pay level that I want to be at and still doing a job that I want to do. I don't have a thought in my head that I can't do the job. I want to do the damn job. I'm getting too fat and too old. Right? But the pay part is the only sticking part on it. The pay part is the only sticking part on it. And making that work for me is what I want. Because a lot of dudes want that locked in 40 hours a week, only, your regular hours and stuff, and you can go home. Well, if I'm getting paid less than I would be if I was just not doing that shit, why the fuck would I want it? For more responsibility? Who gets paid less money for more responsibility? That doesn't even make any sense. And it's a weird way to where I'm not a tech, but I'm not a manager. But they have me doing managerial stuff. So pay-wise, it should be a bump above where I already am, which it gave a little bump. But because I would be losing out on all this extra overtime money that I can make, we need to compensate for that. In my mind, that needs to be compensated for, because otherwise I'm just taking a loss. I'm taking a huge hit. And I don't feel like taking that kind of fucking hit. Not at this age. Fuck that. No. I should be in my straight up hoarding years. Not hoarding. I've hoarded my body out for a lot of years in construction and everything else. This should be the hoarding years where I can just make money without having to spend a lot of money. Pile it up for retirement. So there's a little bit of leeway, a little bit of discussion that can happen, and just try to negotiate that out to, fix my own fuck up. Because I miss it in conversations sometimes where we're just having casual conversations and motherfuckers asking me for a number, and I throw out a number, and they met that number, but the number was fucking low. I knew it. Like, God damn it. And this was something I've been working on forever. Even contracting, I had to work on this shit. It's like, somebody's asking you a number, you got to throw out a high number. Throw out a ridiculous. My buddy Anthony was really good at that shit. He was really good at that. And that's how I was trying to learn that shit from, to get over it. Because to me, it's always, I'm trying to be fair. Right? I'm trying to be fair. I'm not trying to be an asshole. But in that sense, it's not asshole. It's not asshole to make sure the amount of money that you get for yourself is what you're comfortable with. It actually compensates you for whatever skill you're bringing to what you're doing. And that's the part to get over. That's just, I don't know where that comes from, but in my mind, it's always, well, I'm not being fair. Fuck that. Be fair to yourself. In 3 months, ask for more. Oh, of course, Rosie. You know I would. I already know there is a 3 to 6 month lead time on seeing if this position works. I have 3 to 6 months to prove it is viable and how I can do it. That's it. And I'm pretty sure I can do it. So I have 3 to 6 months to innovate. Proof of concept. Which is what I will probably do anyway. Yeah, you want me to do it this way? Okay, I learned the way you wanted me to do it. And now I do it this way because this is the better way to get this part done. This is what I figured out works and doesn't work about this. And this is how I get it done. And after he's already seen the way I see to get shit done works, and it actually is what the company has actually pivoted to through that little project I was working on last year. Yeah, every tech got to do it that way. So don't think I ran short of ideas. I didn't. I didn't. That's still there. So let me go ahead and get in here and see what this meeting is about. Appreciate you guys for coming through today. And I think the next time I see you guys, I'll be probably in the airport, probably in Dallas or on my way to Lubbock. But I should be back in the Cali tomorrow evening. So I will see you guys Sunday, God willing, on the hero's journey from home, from the artisan cave. So you guys have a good day. Happy Friday, and peace.